Je vais op de... Ja?
Hello everybody, thanks for joining us today. So, before the performance we would like to explain a little bit what you are about to hear, to listen to. So our work throughout the week started from our shared interest into folk tradition, from which we extrapolated one concept which became the very core idea of our musical piece or performance. This concept is the concept of call and response. In my case, I will be the one calling as a pianist. The calls, which you will hear, at least at the very beginning, will come from the piano, and the system which we actually, mostly they, created, will take care of the response. But then things will change a little bit. So from the performative point of view, on my side as a pianist, I just mostly had to pay attention to two factors, which is that sounds, things, both audio and visuals, were triggered both by the sounds that I made on the piano, but also from the movements that I made with my hands. So that these gestures that I made, like the physical gestures, also became part of the performance itself and a reason to, something to reflect about. But maybe my colleagues can keep going with the explanation of the more technical stuff a little bit.
Yeah, so I will speak. What is kind of happening is, together with the lovely rave coaches, we coded some custom software that uses this webcam there to track the positions of the fingers and get live data from that, as well as if the hands are on or off the piano. And we're using that to generate all kinds of interesting sounds.
Hands off is the, like the signal.
Yeah, is the title. Yeah, hands off. We will demonstrate very short this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would expect it to complete it perfectly. No, of course it doesn't. But but it would have been nice. Yes.
Hands up.
Hands up.
So just very quickly about the form of the work. It's like this. So we were interested in this relationship of like call and response. So this is the initial interaction that happens. So the piano gives a call, and then the computer gives the response. And so we were thinking a bit about this relationship, like kind of folding in on itself, and then changing at the end. So so we will kind of overlap and have an intense middle section, and then the computer will call, and the piano will respond. The relationship will be inverted. This is kind of the idea. It's very responsive. So it works. That's good. Yeah. So it's kind of like a cross stitch. Yeah. And speaking about stitches.
Okay, so on the visual side, we are going to follow the call and response. We are doing this by two models we have trained. One model was on our combined hand movement. So we made a data set out of that. And when Francesco is playing, we will see the feet of the hands. But when he retracts, you will see all kind of weird visuals based upon that model. And we also have a model of Ukrainian embroidery patterns, which we will use also along in the performance.
Speaking of Ukrainian
Yes.
tradition.
Yes, about the Ukrainian folk music, we get a data set of melodies, and then we have trained three models that produce melodies from some algorithm. And in the middle section, it's more like folk music, more ambient and more close to Ukrainian tradition. Because that first part, it's more like old sound of the computer. You will hear that very like from the 90s. And then the last part is more elaborated like jazz style with a strong climax. And here our system will work together. But all the stuff is generated from the one set of the melody.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Thanks again.
Okay.
you have any questions?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
Or do we do it later? I thought.
Yeah, later.
Ah,
yeah.
oh, sorry.
One question
Anytime.
for you. What's the nest?
The nest, that's
Your
actually
question.
the collective,
Ah.
because we
Yeah.
started out with a really small space in the corner there,
Uh-huh.
and then we expanded to this, and Frederik started calling us gerbils and in a nest. You
We
should
slowly put
try the
more
walk
parts.
over here, you'll get the picture.